Right, good evening. Welcome to the A.D.K Rock and Metal channel. I'm Andy, and tonight I am pleased to be joined by Sam and Jack from Broken Tooth.
Oh yeah, how you doing?
Hello.
Thanks for joining me, guys. Hope you're well.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
very
me.
well.
So Broken Tooth, fresh from a week today from your victorious heat at Hitchin's Metal to the Masses competition, the final heat of the competition. How do you think it went? What are your thoughts on your performance and the evening as a whole?
Jack, do you want to start?
Yeah, go for it. It was a great evening. Excellent bands. Loved every single one of them. It's always lovely to play Club 85 as well, because all of us played there for years. Especially back in the day, that was the main venue everyone used to play all the time. And I'm so happy it survived COVID as well, because that was a flipping nightmare, wasn't it? But yeah, it was a great night. Loved it. Loved the sound, loved the bands, the judges were great, the audience was great. Yeah, it was a good night.
It was a really, really good atmosphere.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So from being away for so long, coming back and literally just feeling like, oh, I've never left.
Yeah,
Never
man.
left. And everyone was so friendly still, and you know what? It just made me smile the whole night.
Yeah.
Our set for me, I don't remember any of it. Actually, me physically playing, I don't remember. I remember everyone else. I loved every minute of it. The music and just the way that everyone just had that sheer presence about them was phenomenal. But our set, I couldn't tell you nothing.
Yeah, it was really good heat, some great bands. Four really good bands and Earthbound, fantastic headliners. And I think I said in my review that it was the most attended, if not one of the most attended heats that I've been to, which is all bar one. So it was a really good night. And you were sort of last of the competing bands, so really good way of capping off the competition. Thank you very much. Just going back now to the origins of the band, can you tell me a little about the sort of how it all come together, who were the founding members and where the name comes from?
Yeah, sure. So it began with Jed, the vocalist. He basically got a few members, and they were like, "Oh, we're just gonna make this as a fun thing." And he knew that I was doing music, recording music and stuff, so he hit me up. Basically, he was like, "Yo, do you want to do some tunes, make a band, have some fun out of it?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So yeah, we just basically started from that, and I was a big fan of Lower Skies, which was Jed's old band, and I used to follow them around everywhere. And I was like, "Mate, it would be a dream to be in a band with this kind of guy," because he was unreal, super talented guy. So when he hit me up, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Sorry for swearing. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear. I was like, "Fuck yeah, man! I love it." So yeah, that's how it became about. The name was Jed has a few broken teeth, so he was like, "Oh, there we go, broken tooth." So kind of suits it.
When did that sort of all start happening? When did he sort of hit you up to join and the band forming?
So it happened in 2020, but I knew Jed for years. So I went to school with him. We were in the same school and stuff. So it was kind of natural that way.
Yeah, I mean, I have seen you probably 3 or 4 times in total now, and I remarked on my review of the set what a great vocalist and frontman he is. He looks frightening. He delivers such a frightening vocal performance, and he's an intimidating man. He's quite big, isn't he?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay. He's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised when you said 2020. I thought you'd go back perhaps a little bit further than that, because I did want to talk about your 2020 EP, and I'm going to probably mess up the pronunciation of the title.
Yeah, no worries. I do too.
Latin of some sort, Mortus es Salus.
Something like that.
Yeah. Mortus is that death, I think. But I saw you at Club 85. I think can't remember. It might have been a previous appearance of the competition. I have seen you support, I think, Ruiner in recent years as well. But I remember downloading that EP and being very, very impressed. And some of the songs from that are now on the album that is available called The Antagonist. But I was saying to Sam before we started, it's no longer on Spotify. And I wondered if there was a particular reason for that, whether there's sort of, I can't think of the right word, any reason why it's not there anymore? Any sort of issues within the band, or perhaps the performers on that particular EP as to why it's no longer available?
The main reason is I just begun properly recording and mixing and mastering stuff, and that was the first kind of, I was in a band before and stuff like that, but like for this type of music is my first sort of dive into the production of it all, and I just wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with the way it was mixed and the way I mixed it. I was like, we can do better, right? So a year later, Jed was like, let's just do it all again and chuck a few more tracks and make it an album. I was like, amazing idea. Let's do it.
So simple as that. You just wasn't happy with the sound. I mean, I listen to albums and I don't really pick apart for production or production that perhaps the artists aren't happy with. So I wouldn't have noticed it. I thought it was a really strong EP, and I just wonder why it's sort of on my download still, but it's grayed out. You can't play it.
Yeah. I was like, just get rid of it.
For those who haven't seen you or haven't heard you on your recordings, how would you describe the sound of the band Broken Tooth? How would you say how would you come across?
What do you think, Sam? You answer this question, mate.
Well, do you want it from a perspective of before I joined or now? Or do you want
both?
Maturity going through that I've witnessed from before and after? Do you want the whole lot?
Yeah.
So from before, if we're taking that album Antagonist, it's hard, it flows, but you've got a lot more of the melodic parts inside of it. So I know there was a lot more vocal range back then. There are other people that would participate and go from there. So from the point of that, I mean, I loved every minute. I saw you with Rowena. I was meant to play for Rowena on that show, but last minute wasn't needed. So I was there, and I just love it and loved every minute of it. The way that it all came across was exactly how the album sounded. And from being here since like November with all the new tracks, I could hear exactly what you wanted. What you and Jed and Pete all wanted, but I feel like you weren't getting it.
Yeah.
And that's no disrespect to anyone, because I loved you all five of you were amazing. But then from my experience, you told me what you wanted. You said jump. I said cool. I jumped, and hopefully you're happy.
Mate, over the moon.
Hopefully. I don't know. You've not told me yet, at least once or 10 times. But you said, can you bring this? I said, maybe. Next thing you know, here we are.
Here we are.
And then it is now power. You said bring power. I've bought, hopefully, the power you wanted. And we're making some good stuff. There's like 5 or 6 tracks in the background that we're about to go and work on in a studio. With a guy named Tim. And we showed them to him, and I've never seen a man go as much. Like literally, he was bopping along, and he's given us a good insight of how we can take that 90% and make it 100.
Yeah, man.
I want him to coach me I've worked in studios before. I've played on, I don't want to say countless albums, but I've recorded a fair few times, and hopefully he makes me better, and hopefully he gets us to that pinnacle point where people are loving it. So the sound that we're going to go for is just pure destruction.
Filth.
Like from what we wrote, we came up with something in 20 minutes, literally 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Just because I wrote down a little drum line of what I was told to write. You wrote the guitar, and next thing you know, we're just going, ooh, that's filthy. So hopefully we can just keep that momentum going. And I love my melodics, I love it all, but I've got a job to do. So
I mean, I found it quite hard when we were doing a little recap about sort of categorizing you. I think I said like metallic, hardcore, thrash, and there is the sort of melody in the vocals as well. Anything to add to that, or was that pretty good summary?
I think it was a perfect summary, to be fair. I mean, putting us all into a category isn't really that, because we all come from vastly different backgrounds. I mean, I originally started as a metal drummer, then I just ventured into pop punks. It was fast, go. And then, like, Jack, what's your full background? Do you like
I love metalcore.
Yeah.
Love it. Breakdowns and melodic choruses here and there. It's just perfection in my eyes, but yeah.
Yeah, and then now we've got Luke, I mean, he's got some past. Let's just say that. Where's he? He started. He played for. Oh God, who has he played for? He's played for loads.
Yeah, what are they called?
Most. I don't. I'm because now I'm under pressure. I'm filling a blank. I mean, I hit things. That's my blanks come very often.
Yeah, he's been in plenty of bands. I mean, Jed has a massive hip hop background. He loves rap. He loves it. So the flow of the vocals and stuff are massively inspired by all the hip hop backgrounds and stuff, which is such a good way of changing the rhythms of the vocals and stuff. So it's kind of
Right, and every other little thing.
yeah.
We're meeting all our needs, which just works. For some reason, it's working.
Yeah, man.
Excellent. I think you sort of touched on it sort of slightly on the last sort of exchange of discussion, but songwriting process. You know, you said you know from a drum fill and a sort of guitar riff over the top. 20 minutes later, you've got a song. Is that how it normally works, or what's the process?
It's a weird process because, so we released Snake Eyes, and they had the actual formality of the song already created, and I think was it November I joined, Jack?
Yeah.
Was it? It feels like a lifetime ago. It was November that I joined, and they let me listen to everything they've got, even like our Mr. C song, which is our most melodic one, and then a few of the others that were unreleased. And he said, "What do you want to do? Put this there, put this there, put this there. See how it sounds." It worked.
Just flowed, yeah, man.
Make this work. So then we thought, okay, cool. Me and Jack together, writing process is the base format. So, I mean, I think I saw it on a Lamb of God's making of album where Randy won't even step into the room until at least all the songs are created.
Okay.
And it was just brilliant watching him come to the room and go, cool, that's what I've got to do. Next day he comes in, he's got the vocals, he's done.
Yeah.
And I took a lot of inspiration from that thing of, if me and Jack can present it, we know what they want, we know what we can bring. And it just worked, like 20 minutes for one song. I mean, it's been about 4 months for another one. But it's just finding that click. I mean, all of a sudden we'll walk away for 10 minutes, come back and something else just works. And then we'll put that to a side, we'll have that to a side, or we'll incorporate 2 different songs. Oh, these work really, really well. We don't want any melody parts in this part, let's just make it filth. Boom, done. We'll come back a week later, we don't like it, we'll move 2 sections around, and it works.
Yeah, man. Same as Jed as well. He's massively involved in all the writing as well. Because he would just walk in and he would do something with his mouth like da 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 da, and I'll be like, how the hell where do I go from that?
We'll immediately ask him, is he okay? Does he need a drink of water? But even the other day, he was only there for an hour. We showed him 2 things. He went, cool, do this, this, and this. Boom.
Yeah. It just works. Like, what the hell, man? You're a genius, dude.
So that extra bit he gives is just beautiful. He knows what he wants to do, but he can't put it on paper sometimes. So we'll put it on paper. He'll rearrange our puzzle. Boom.
That is something that does always impress me. When I've written a few lyrics for my band, but we present the music first, and then somehow somebody, our bassist Jim, done the vocals and lyrics before. Our new vocalist Max sort of comes in.
Yeah.
How do you put written words or words in your head to a guitar riff, and without it sort of following the beat of the song or the guitar riff itself? I'm really, really impressed. So fantastic stuff. You said that you got half a dozen songs in the background. You're working hard and you're composing all the time. Apart from the Melts Massive Heat coming up in the next few weeks, what are the plans for the band for the rest of 2023?
Oh God! Well, I know we are planning on working with a guy called Tim. I don't know where his studio is based. It's in the middle of nowhere, literally. We turn up and there was horses. I thought we were in the wrong place. Now we're going to work with a guy called Tim, who's got a lot of experience, who's going to help us take what we have here. And I think that is our main goal, to come up with something that we're proud of, and then we're going to present it.
Yeah.
So gigs wise, we've got plans for dates. It's just making sure we can marry all our everyday life together, and I'm sure we can. I mean, a few sickies here and there won't do, will it? think September. We're talking about September for something,
Yeah, hopefully September.
but we want to make sure we've got the product ready to give out and not something that's been half-assed.
Exactly, and it's our first time actually being in a proper studio and recording someone with experience, where it's just been me doing all the stuff, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore because I personally, if I
You're
mix,
your own worst critic. That's what it
exactly, if I mix and master something, I think no matter what, it sounds like shit. I can't do it. So sometimes all the songs that we released in the past, I've just been like, just get rid of it. It's done. So recording with this guy, Tim, is going to be one hell of an experience because it's not in my hands anymore. It's in someone else's. So we're going to take our time in doing it, and it's going to, hopefully be the
Not
best.
only that, I hope he kind of tells us off for bad habits.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
And we can work
I
with
know-
him as well. Like,
I've got a lot of love for a guy I used to be in a band with, Addison Lane. He would record my snare and he would make me do it about 100 times because I was never hitting the exact center or rim shot like I was. So if I've got any other bad habits, I want him to tell me and to kind of just say, look, if you're not doing it like this, what are you doing? Like, get it done. Recording guitar, if there's any little habits you have, Jed's vocals, if there's any little things he's doing wrong, open and honest truthfulness will only make us better musicians.
Yeah. Are you looking at perhaps an EP or an album for this new recording?
Ooh, I'll let the boss decide that one.
2 EPs, perhaps, if you've got a bank of material.
oh, I wish.
I would love to do 2 six-song EPs because I love my vinyl. I'd love to have a dual gated vinyl with 2 EPs in it.
That's a plan.
I've got a dream. Just hopefully I'm allowed it. Basically, like I would love a 6 and a 6, and like all the songs we've released recently. So Snake Eyes, Only Us We Trust, Concrete Shoulder, and then like Mr. C. If we can get a Sleep Talk on there, perfect. 5 songs. Have that as one side, and that is the past.
Yeah.
And but what we make now will be our present. Have that as a nice little cheers, guys.
Anthology is the word, isn't it?
The anthology.
That's it. The anthology of Broken Tooth.
I would love that. That would just be because I love all the 5 songs that I've helped with since joining, and I'm looking forward to the next 6. But it's just money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a great plan. Right. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share and subscribe. And we'll see you on another video soon. My big thanks to Sam and Jack from Broken Tooth.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. See you again.
See you later.